welcome back to 2147 Crew, and in today's episode, as you can see, I'm out on the streets again here in Mexico. Keyword Mexico. I could or could not be the person from the videos on the motorcycle, and as you can see here, I am having a good time. I am in fifth gear here. I hope all of this comes out. And I've been curious. On the last video, I was curious to see what the max speed was. And we're gonna find out. About 115 or maybe 114 is the max speed that the governor is set at. I hope the audio catches all that. And another thing, if you may have noticed, that was also in in fifth gear. The reason I drop it to fifth gear, for one, I like to have more power on demand, and I like to go faster sooner than later. On sixth gear though, yeah, you can definitely get up and go. But you know, everybody has to remember that this is a full-size bagger. Let me get over, drop it here. It should be okay. So you gotta remember this is a full-size bagger, 100%, well, everything is stock with the exception of the engine. Of course, I've upgraded the seat, the windshield, things like that, but in terms of like the core mechanisms, it's stock, right? See right there, that's 6th gear, and as you can see, I'm just going really fast here in Mexico. No problem, no problem. So the Screaming Eagle Stage 4 kit I have for the 131 engine is 100% from Harley Davidson. The cam, the tuner from Screaming Eagle, I mean everything. It was installed at the Harley Davidson dealership. Everything is 100% Harley Davidson parts. Well, with the exception of the exhaust. The exhaust I have, this does not get old, everybody. It does not get old. The exhaust I have is from this company, and I believe they're here local in Texas, maybe even possibly Houston. It's called 4D Extreme Cycle Mufflers for the MA. I have a video, I think it's one of my first ones that I made, highlighting the cycle mufflers, and they sound pretty aggressive in my opinion. They're also don't void your warranty, so that's obviously one thing that I like, because I ride solo for the most part. I like to ride in groups too, but for the most part, as you can see, I ride solo. For the most part, as you can see, I ride solo. So if I'm going to Sturgis or anywhere else, or in this great state of Texas, it's so big, if I want to take a trip, you know, a 2-3 day trip over to El Paso, which is like takes forever. El Paso's like what, 800 something miles away from Houston. So but right now I'm in Mexico. But nonetheless, if I want to go to any dealership, shoot, even in Mexico, right, like, you know, and I have an issue, I wanted just the comfort of knowing that I could just take it to the closest Harley Davidson dealership and they would fix the issue or whatever's going on with my motorcycle, because it's 100% covered under the Harley Davidson warranty. So for me, at least at this point in my life, that's very important. This is the only motorcycle I have, and I think it's the only motorcycle I need for my driving style. And I just wanted that comfort of knowing that anywhere I go, this bad boy here is going to be covered under the Harley Davidson warranty, and a dealership will fix it. I also got the tire and wheel warranty. I did not get it when I first bought the motorcycle, but where my home is over in Houston, since I'm in Mexico, there's construction going on, you know, with homes and stuff like that. So the very first ride, I just took it out for maybe 5 miles, and I went right back home because of the, you know, the possibilities of the nails or the screws or pieces of wood or pieces of metal, rebar, anything like that. So I didn't want. I just wanted to have that comfort that if I get a, you know, a flat tire, that they would, boom. Gotta love those bridges, man, in Mexico. I wanted the comfort of knowing that I was covered. And I get to get all this fun on this motorcycle under warranty. There's these cams, as you all may know, that are S&S and obviously aftermarket tuners that would make the same setup jump up from 125 wheel horsepower and 135 pounds of torque to probably an extra, you know, 20, 15 to make it 150 on each side. And I know that, but for me, I just wanted the warranty and the reliability. Not that those places or those other cams and parts and aftermarket companies don't have reliable parts. Please don't take this as me saying that. But I just needed something to be super convenient for me in terms of this. There's any issues. And secondly, I would just imagine that the Harley engineers or whoever had a hand in designing these things, or whoever had a hand designing these mechanical parts, design them for the distance, right? Somebody commented on one of my videos, and I apologize for not remembering your name right off the top of my head, but that they have a 131, and I believe they're over in UK. So shout out to my people in UK watching this, and he's had 4,000 miles on this 131 with no issues, and it's I believe, if I understand that correctly, everything's covered under the Harley Davidson warranty, and it's 100% stock for the Stage 4 Screaming Eagle kit. So that's always nice to know. But yeah, so I just wanted to cover some of the items that I believe wanted, or I should have covered on my last video. Let me get over. But I was just so excited. You see what happened there? I dropped it to 5th gear because I'm, you know, going slower to get on this ramp here. And the bike, when the clutch went in, it just, boom. It wanted to let me know that I was driving it. Let's just say that. But there are some items that on my first video, or only besides this one video, my actual motor vlogging video situation here, that I think I should have covered, but I was just so excited, and it was like my 6th take. So I'm hoping that this is still recording and that I'm getting all of this here. I think I'm gonna go this way on the north side of Mexico. The motorcycle turns very well, very easy. I think this RDRS here has something to do with it, because on my street glide that I had, I rode very aggressive in Mexico, and I would turn and corner and stuff like that, but this just for me feels smoother. Now I don't know if it's because of the different fairing mounted on the handlebars versus not. I don't know if the mounted fairing makes a difference in terms of the feeling of the sensation of the wind that I'm getting from the Street Glide fairing versus this shark fairing, I believe what everybody refers it to. It's not the same, at least for me. And as you can tell, we're hitting triple digits, no problem in this bad boy. As I mentioned before, the motorcycle I had right before this one was a 2007 V-Rod, and you know, I had some tap exhaust. I didn't have a tuner on it, but that bad boy went. It got. I will say though, granted this is an upgraded bagger, right? But I will say that I would feel every single thing on the road, the wind on my chest, on my jacket, and at some point I'll show you what I ride with. But my jacket, this jacket here probably has around 6,000-7,000 miles on it, and let me tell you, you can tell it has 6,000-7,000 miles on it, especially with most, if not all of it, was on my V-Rod. But my point in saying that is that the V-Rod was really fast, and I felt it. But here, when I hit 80-90 in Mexico, I really don't feel it. I really don't feel it. Granted, you know, obviously this windshield is designed for, you know, this is a 9-inch Clockworks, and it's designed for the wind to go up, right? And it does, but obviously as you cut through the wind faster, you feel more buffeting, right? So, but if you're going at, what is it, 65, 70, yeah, you're fine. And I wear the Icon Airfly, so I'll wear a full face helmet, jacket, and gloves, and some boots here. But you know, you feel it a little bit more, but nothing that's out of this world. Another reason why I like to drive in 5th gear here is because the bike makes more noise. So, you know, here in Texas, as you can see, well, over in Texas, please forgive me, there's a lot of big trucks. And there's a lot more room for blind spots and everything. So let me see what I can do here. We're in 4th, and it's very responsive at 50 miles an hour. I'm gonna drop it to 3rd. It's very responsive, I think. So here you have a lot of lanes kind of merging, so you got to be pretty aggressive in your driving style, and then you gotta kind of just go for it. Yeah, it can be the Houston or the traffic over Mexico can be pretty intimidating. I wanted to show this side of the areas because you know, some people had questions about driving in big cities and everything that's needed. So still basic motorcyclist fundamentals, if you will, but you just have to be a lot more alert. That is for sure. I think I see an opening. Yeah, this 131 definitely responds. I do want to mention a very important fact is that this engine has already been broken in very well during its braking period. I reviewed the Screaming Eagle installation stuff, manuals, and in the infantry, and when I was in the Army, we used to call those manuals -10. So to all my infantry brothers and now sisters, and everybody that's ever served in the military, including my son. So I love you, son. If you're watching this, I miss you, and be careful in your deployment. But anyways, so I read the installation instructions, and I was looking for like a break-in period kind of instructions or verbiage or anything like that, and it referred me back to the owner's manual. The owner's manual read that it's 500 miles break-in for the motorcycle. I am past, and I have been past the 500 mile mark. I actually made a video of my over 500 mile mark, and now we're good. So I just want to be clear that this engine has been broken in through the proper procedures. When it hits 1,000 miles, which is it's going to come up here pretty soon, I'm going to upgrade the engine, in my opinion, to AMSOIL. I'm going to use the 3 different ones. The one that they have for the engine, the transmission, and the primary. I hope you enjoyed this video. I just wanted to show everybody the top speed of this bad boy, and as you saw the top speed, it hit between the 110 and the 120, and it is, I'm going to say 115 or possibly the 114. But I was curious what it was, and we found out here in the beautiful sunny country of Mexico. So you all ride safe. Please like and subscribe. 2147 crew will be back again soon with another video. And at this point, I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to pull back on the throttle here in Mexico.